Live from the BDN Studios, it's Bang and Dang.
That's awesome.
If you don't like that, then
You ain't black.
Welcome back, Outlaws Gunslingers. End of the month once again with some serial killers. We got the Night Stalker coming up. Nope, not that Night Stalker. Not Richard Ramirez.
oh, the real Night Stalker.
We got the original Joseph James DeAngelo Jr.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken, we'll get to why he's called the original Night Stalker. They had to differentiate between the two, but you can see what he's doing is stalking in the nighttime. And he was also of Italian ancestry.
yeah, DeAngelo. Makes sense.
DeAngelo. His daddy, or he was born November 8th, 1945 in Bath, New York.
Oh.
To Kathleen Louise DeGroat. She lived into 2010, and Joseph James DeAngelo Sr. He died in 95. He was a sergeant in the United States Army, though. He had sisters, Connie and Rebecca, and a younger brother, John. A relative reported that when DeAngelo was a young child, he witnessed the rape of Connie by two airmen in a U.S. Air Force Base warehouse, West Germany.
And her dad didn't do anything about it?
Where the family was stationed at the time. Between 1959 and 1960, DeAngelo attended Mills Junior High School in Rancho Cordova, California. Beginning in 61, he attended Folsom High School, from which he received a GED certificate in 64. He played on the school's junior varsity baseball team. And prosecutors reported that DeAngelo committed burglaries, mail theft, and tortured and killed animals during his teenage years as well.
Ooh, sounds like Dahmer. DeAngelo joined the United States Navy in September of 1964 and served 22 months during the Vietnam War as a damage control man on the cruiser USS Canberra. We weren't even in Nam yet.
Oh, weren't we?
When did we come? 67, I thought.
Yeah, we had people over there, though.
Yeah, he was on the cruiser USS Canberra and the destroyer USS Piedmont. Beginning in August 68, DeAngelo attended Sierra College in Rockland, California. He graduated with an associate degree in police science. I don't know what
Police science.
police science is. And he did that with honors.
Forensic science, maybe?
Yeah. He did that with honors. Good for him. He attended Sacramento State University in 1971. He earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. DeAngelo, he later took postgraduate courses in further police training.
Oh, I forgot he was a cop, yeah.
Yeah, at the College of the Sequoias in Visalia. And then he completed a 32-week police internship at the police department in Roseville. He wants to be a popo man. Good for him.
From May of 73 to August of 76, Joseph DeAngelo, he was working as a police officer in the burglary unit down in Exeter, California.
All right.
He had relocated there from Citrus Heights. After that, he moved on to Auburn, where he served as an officer from August 76 until July of 79. Damn, look at him.
Good for him.
But that job ended in scandal.
Oh.
Because in 79, he was arrested for shoplifting. He had a hammer and a can of dog repellent. He was probably trying to do some, that goes into him being a little burglar.
Right.
For that, he was sentenced.
They sell dog repellent.
Yeah, I didn't either. It's probably like a bear spray type deal, I would assume, right? For that, he was sentenced to 6 months probation, and by October of that year, he was fired from the force, I would assume.
Right.
During the messy process of being fired, things got tense. He even threatened to kill the chief of police, and allegedly went so as far as stalk the chief's house as well.
Son of a bitch.
Good Lord. That's why they call him the stalker.
Oh, well, let's take a step back and take a look at his personal life. In May of 1970, DeAngelo became engaged to Bonnie Jean Caldwell. She's a nursing student he knew from Sierra College. But the old relationship didn't last long. By 1971, she ended it after he became manipulative and abusive. One of the breaking points, well, it came when he demanded she help him cheat on an abnormal psychology test. Oh, how would you do that?
Rehearsing answers.
Right. After the break,
She was only a nursing student, so
right.
okay.
Wow. After the breakup, he didn't let go so easily. As the police chief's like, trust me, I know.
Right.
In fact, he tried to force her into marrying him by threatening her with a gun.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Well, 2 years later, in November of 73, he married Sharon Marie Huddle from Citrus Heights. The wedding was in Auburn. And by 1980, the couple had bought a house back in Citrus Heights.
They lasted 7 years.
Apparently, the same home where decades later he would eventually be arrested. We'll get there.
Oh, wow.
During the 80s, they also bought a second house down in Long Beach. Damn, what's he doing now?
Right. Not from no popo
Right.
salary.
And he lived there for much of that decade. Sharon went on to become a divorce attorney in 1982. Oh, shit. And together they had 3 daughters. 2 were born in Sacramento and 1 in L.A. The marriage started to unravel. They separated in 91, and way later, it wasn't until July of 2018, after he got arrested, that she officially filed for divorce.
Oh, shit.
Wow. She held on, huh?
Wow.
Probably wanted benefits or some shit from him.
Wow. Here's one of the most chilling parts we're about to tell you. Most of DeAngelo's crimes, well, they took place while he was married and raising a family. Yet neither his wife nor his children ever suspected a thing. His eldest daughter even described him as a perfect father. His wife, meanwhile, believed his excuses whenever he was away from home. What did he do for a living?
Well, we're about to see that, because outside of the popos, he had a variety of jobs. He was a jack of all trades, huh? In the 80s, he worked as both a computer engineer and a cashier. Well, okay,
shit.
that's a little...
Right.
Then, starting in 90, he got a job as a truck mechanic at a Save Mart supermarket distribution center in Roseville.
No shit.
And he was there all the way until retirement in 2017.
Oh.
There was a brief incident in 96, though, when he was arrested for failing to pay for gas, so the charge was eventually dismissed.
Well, neighbors and family later recalled some unsettling behavior from DeAngelo. His brother-in-law said that during the time the East area rapist crimes were making headlines, DeAngelo would casually bring up the case in conversation. Okay. I mean,
That's him.
I know, but still, if it's in the headlines, why would you not bring it
Right,
up?
and it's in the area that you
Right.
live in. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
Like, you hear about that fucking crazy rapist dude?
Right. And neighbors, they say they remembered him for his loud, explosive outbursts, profanely laced rants that happen often.
Well, sounds like your fucking across-the-street neighbor.
Right. One neighbor even said that their family once got a phone message from DeAngelo threatening to, and I quote, deliver a load of death, all because of their barking dog.
Oh, we've already know about some barking dogs.
Yeah, I went home.
After all was said and done, DNA evidence eventually tied him to 8 murders across California.
Oh, wow.
In Goleta, Ventura, Dana Point, and Irvine. 2 other murders in Goleta couldn't be directly linked by DNA, but investigators, they think he did it.
All right.
Top of that, DeAngelo pleaded guilty to 3 more murders, 2 in Rancho Cordova and 1 in Visalia.
Oh, son of a bitch.
That didn't stop there either. He committed more than 50 known rapes across California counties. Sacramento, Contra Costa, Stanislaus, San Joaquin, Alameda, Santa Clara, YOLO. And alongside those attacks, he was linked to literally hundreds of other incidents. Thefts, burglaries, vandalism, peeping, stalking, prowling.
Damn.
Jeez.
This guy, right? Well, before he became infamous as the East Area Rapist, investigators long suspected that his so-called training ground had been the city of Visalia. Between 1974 and 1975, a wave of strange burglaries and prowling incidents hit the old area, carried out by someone who would later be dubbed the Visalia Ransacker. Earlier sprees, stretching back as far as May of 1973, like the Cordova Cat burglar and the Exeter Ransacker. They like that Ransacker name, huh? They are also now believed to be tied to DeAngelo. Even burglaries in Visalia that happened after the shooting of Detective William McGowan, something we'll get to shortly, it fit the same opus. What was it?
Modus operandi.
Modus operandi. So, how did the ransacker operate? Well, the first recorded burglary attributed to him was on March 19th, 1974. He stole $50 in coins from a piggy bank. That set the tone. Most of his crimes involved breaking into homes and rifling through the owner's possessions, sometimes vandalizing them, sometimes just scattering things around.
Hence the ransacker.
He often fixated on women's underclothing, either stealing or arranging it in strange displays. He steal low-value personal items, things like single earrings, a cufflink, rings, medallions, blue-chip stamps, whatever that is, and coin collections, while leaving cash and more valuable items untouched.
He's like a raccoon. He likes shiny things.
Over time, he also stole 6 firearms and various kinds of ammo.
Well, November 30th, 1974, alone, just that day, there were 12 separate ransacking incidents.
Damn, this dude was on a mission.
Certain patterns emerged across the burglaries. He'd climb fences and move along parks, walkways, ditches, and trails to approach the homes. He'd try multiple points of entry, especially windows, and often left several escape routes open.
He busted through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
He'd take off window screens and place them inside the house, often on beds. He'd sometimes set up warning items like dishes or bottles balanced on doorknobs so he'd hear someone coming. Look at him.
Oh.
And investigators noted he always wore gloves since there was never any fingerprint evidence left.
Well, I mean, he did go to Popo school.
Right.
But the burglaries weren't the only crimes. They escalated. Because on 11th...
Burglaries are the gateway crime to murder.
Because on September 11th, 1975, DeAngelo broke into the home of Claude Snelling. Claude's a 45-year-old journalism professor at the College of the Sequoias. Earlier that year, on the 5th of February, Snelling had actually chased a prowler away from his house after spotting someone outside his 16-year-old daughter's bedroom.
Oh.
And it was about 10 at night. This time, in the early hours of the 11th of September, around 2 a.m., he was awakened by a strange noise. When he went to investigate, he ran through the open back door, found a masked intruder in the carport, trying to kidnap his daughter.
Oh, shit.
Damn. The man had subdued her by threatening to stab or shoot her. Stab or shoot? I'll do one of them.
Well, Snelling confronted him, and in response, the intruder shot Snelling twice.
Holy shit, dogs.
Snelling managed to stagger back inside to his wife, but he died shortly after.
Aww.
After the shooting, the assailant struck Snelling's daughter, punching and kicking her before he fled.
Damn.
A stolen bicycle linked to the crime was later found abandoned nearby at 615 Redwood Street. Dude took off on a little bike with the little tassels on the handles.
That's a beach cruiser.
Might have been.
Wow. In the aftermath, Snelling's daughter, Beth, underwent a hypnosis to try and pull more details from her memory. Visalia.
I don't think that's admissible in court. But.
Right. The police threw more resources into catching the ransacker, even putting up a $4,000 reward. They organized nighttime stakeouts around homes he had previously prowled. Still, the burglaries continued.
Well, then came December 12th, 1975, around 8:30 p.m. A masked man entered the backyard of a house at 1505 West Kaweah Avenue, right in an area the ransacker had been frequenting.
Oh.
Detective William McGowan was on stakeout inside the garage. When he tried to detain the suspect, the man shrieked, pulled off his mask, and pretended to surrender after McGowan fired a warning shot. But as soon as he had the chance, the suspect bolted, jumped the fence, and once on the other side, pulled out a revolver. With his left hand, he fired a shot close to McGowan's face, shattering the detective's flashlight. Oh. He's probably had it like
right. Wow.
Other officers rushed to the scene, but the shooter managed to escape. He pulled off his mask, though.
Right.
Evidence left behind included the shattered flashlight, tennis shoe tracks, and some of the loot he dropped while fleeing. Blue chip stamps, sock full of coins as well.
I thought I said onions.
I mean, who knows?
Wow. 1976, Joseph DeAngelo moves to Sacramento. Now, this isn't just a new chapter in his life. It's the beginning of a nightmare for countless victims. DeAngelo didn't start small. He already been dabbling in burglary. But when he got to Sacramento, things took a dark turn. His crimes escalated from breaking into homes to committing brutal rapes. The areas he targeted, you ask? Well, there were places like Carmichael, Citrus Heights, and Rancho Cordova. They're quiet, middle-class neighborhoods just east of Sacramento, back when they were still unincorporated.
Well, these were the kind of these were the kind of places where people felt safe leaving the doors unlocked.
Right.
It was the 70s. The 70s is the worst time to do it.
Right, especially in California.
Right. Well, that is until DeAngelo showed up. Let's zoom in on one particularly haunting case, December 18th, 1976. Just a week before Christmas, people are putting their gifts under the tree. It's just a week before Christmas, and 15-year-old Chris Pedretti is home alone, playing the piano while her parents are out on a holiday party. It's around 6 p.m. The house is quiet, except for the notes she's playing. Well, then, out of nowhere, a man wearing a ski mask, he bursts in. Puts a knife to her throat and says something so chilling it would later become the title of Michelle McNamara's book on the case.
Oh, shit.
Do what I say or I'll kill you and be gone in the dark.
Oh. Nice. Can you imagine that terror? A 15-year-old girl, alone, with a blade pressed against her skin, and those words ringing in her ears. For over 2 hours, DeAngelo subjected Chris to an unimaginable horror. He raped her 3 times, moving her around the house in a cruel game of control. One point, he left her outside, naked in the freezing winter cold, before dragging her back inside to assault her again in different rooms. Finally, he left her on a couch in front of the fireplace, blindfolded, bound, and gagged. Somehow, Chris managed to free herself, called the neighbors for help.
Jeez. But the drama didn't end there. When the police arrived, she faced what she later called her second and third victimizations.
Oh, no.
They asked her deeply personal, intimate questions, things a 15-year-old wasn't prepared to answer. Then came the rape kit. Another invasive ordeal that left her feeling violated all over again.
You ain't kidding.
Why do they have to do a rape kit there? Don't you got raped?
Right.
Well, let's pull back and talk about how DeAngelo operated, because the guy was methodical, almost obsessive. He had a clear MO in those early days. He'd stalk middle-class neighborhoods at night, looking for women who were alone in one-story homes. He liked places near schools, creeks, trails, or open spaces. Anything that gave him an easy escape route. He wasn't just stumbling into these crimes either. Police later figured out he was doing extensive reconnaissance.
Oh.
Creeping through yards, peering into windows, and studying his targets.
Okay.
Jeez.
Wow. Sometimes he'd even break into homes beforehand to prepare. Unlocking windows, unloading guns, or planning ligatures like shoelaces to use later.
Jeez.
Get this, guys. He'd call his victims, sometimes for months in advance, just to learn their routines. That's the kind of predator we're talking about, boys. Someone who planned every move. DeAngelo, he was slippery. He was spotted multiple times, but always managed to get away. One occasion, a young guy chased him, and DeAngelo didn't hesitate. He shot and seriously wounded this guy.
Jeez.
He's like, don't fucking chase me.
Well, he wasn't someone who panicked under pressure. He was a cop, after all.
Right.
He was calculated, cold, and dangerous. As time went on, his MO evolved. At first, he targeted women who were alone or with their kids. But then he started going after couples.
Oh, man.
Why the change? Well, police believe it was because the media kept reporting that he only attacked women alone.
Oh.
It's like he took it as a challenge, saying, oh, you think I can't take on two people?
Okay.
Especially a dude, already killed one.
Right.
His new method was just as terrifying, though. I mean, oh my.
Fuck. Well, he'd break in through a window or a sliding glass door, usually at night, and wake the sleeping couple with a flashlight in their faces and handgun pointed at them. He threatened to kill them, and then he'd use ligatures, often shoelaces he found in the house or he brought with him. The bindings were so tight that the victim's hands would go numb for hours after being untied. Damn. He blindfolded and gagged them with towels he'd ripped into strips. And in a particularly cruel twist, he'd make the women tie up her male partner before he bound her. Wow.
Well, then came a psychological torment. He'd separate the couple, often stacking dishes on the man's back, and threaten to kill everyone if he heard the dishes rattle.
Oh, no.
Jeez. Meanwhile, he'd take the women to the living room and rape her repeatedly.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't just stop there. DeAngelo would sometimes spend hours in the house, ransacking closets, rummaging through drawers, eating food from the kitchen, drinking beer.
Wow. He sought the women again, make more threats. Victims sometimes thought he'd left, only to find him to jump from the darkness, as one of them described it, catching them off guard all over again.
Jeez.
Oh, man. Here's a detail that gives you a glimpse into his craziness. During 1978 rape, his 37th known attack, he kept saying, I hate you, Bonnie.
Oh.
Well, Bonnie was the name of his former fiancée. That kind of personal rage spilling out in the middle of such a horrific act, well, tells you something about this piece of shit. DeAngelo's crimes weren't just about the act itself. They were about control, fear, and leaving a lasting scar. The way he stalked, the way he planned, and the way he terrorized his victims shows a level of premeditation that's hard to comprehend. And yet, for years, he was just a shadow in the night, slipping away before anyone could catch him.
Oh, it's February 2nd, 1978 in Rancho Cordova, a quiet suburb east of Sacramento. It's a chilly winter night, the kind where you can see your breath in the air.
Yes.
A young couple, Brian and Katie Maggiore, are out for a walk with their doggo. Brian, he's 21, a military policeman stationed at Mather Air Force Base.
Oh, wow.
Katie, she's 20, and they love each other. They're doing just what couples do, strolling through their neighborhood, probably chatting about their day or making plans for the weekend, not knowing what's about to happen.
Son of a bitch. This isn't any kind of neighborhood. This is Rancho Cordova, motherfuckers. An area already on edge because it's been ground zero for 5 attacks.
Oh, so why are you guys out walking?
Right.
Without a weapon?
Now, we don't know exactly what happened in those fleeting moments, but something went horribly wrong. Brian and Katie were confronted in the street, right there in the fucking open. We're talking about a bold, brazen encounter, not the East Area Rapist's usual MO of sneaking into homes under the cover of darkness. Something spooked them, and they ran.
Well, maybe they sensed the danger, maybe they saw a weapon, or maybe it was just instinct kicking in. Probably get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But they didn't get far. The attacker chased them down, and a horrifying act of violence shot them both dead.
Oh.
Their dog, their loyal companion, was left behind, and the neighborhood was left reeling. When investigators arrived at the scene, they found something that raised eyebrows.
What?
A shoelace just lying there near the bodies. He was ready to strangle the shit out of them.
Jeez. That single piece of evidence made some of the investigators wonder, was this the work of the same monster who's been stalking Sacramento's suburbs? The murders happened right in the heart of where the East Area Rapists had been striking, so the connection seemed plausible.
Great police work, everybody.
Right. Even if the method, shooting in the street, was a departure from his usual home invasions.
Dude just don't give a fuck.
Right. For years, the Maggiore murders remained a question mark in the East Area Rapist case. Some detectives were convinced it was him, pointing to the location and telltale shoelace. Others, they weren't so sure, given how different the crime was from his typical pattern. But the case stayed cold. Tragic footnote in a string of unsolved crimes. This is until decades later when the FBI stepped in with a major announcement. 15th of June, 2016. They said, "We are confident that the East Area Rapist was responsible for the murders of Brian and Katie."
Well, meanwhile, it's the summer of 1979, and just after a rape DeAngelo committed on July 5th in the Sacramento area. Well, he's been terrorizing Northern California for years, but now he's going to make a move that changes everything. He's about to head to Southern California. Ooh. That's where all the other guys are.
Right.
And by October, he's in Santa Barbara County, and his crimes escalate from rape to murder.
Ooh, he don't like Mexicans.
The attacks start rolling out, continuing through 1981, with one outlier in 1986. This isn't the calculated, controlling rapist who tied up his victims with shoelaces and lingered in their homes anymore.
No, he turned into a killer, a brutal, direct, using guns or bludgeoning to end lives. First attack, well, Santa Barbara County is a rare exception. A couple, they're targeted. They survive. Somehow they manage to alert neighbors, and DeAngelo, caught off guard, he bolts. That's the only time his victims in this spree walk away alive.
Wow.
He vows to never let that happen again. The others aren't so lucky. From Santa Barbara to Ventura, Irvine, and Dana Point, his victims are shot or beaten to death. Damn.
Well, the body count rises and the scenes are horrific. Life snuffed out with cold efficiency. Here's where it gets complicated, though. For decades, DeAngelo wasn't linked to these Southern California murders at all. In Santa Barbara County, investigators called the unknown assailant the Night Stalker. They had no idea he was the same guy who'd been stalking Sacramento as the East Area Rapist.
How could you not?
Well, meanwhile, in Ventura, Irvine, and Dana Point.
Different style of crime, yeah.
Right.
Didn't fit his M.O.
Meanwhile, in Ventura, Irvine, and Dana Point, DNA evidence started connecting these murders to each other before the year 2000.
Oh, the year 2000. But still, no one realized it was all one guy. By then, the Santa Barbara Night Stalker nickname was already taken, and we all know that guy to be Richard Ramirez. So, investigators renamed the perpetrator of these earlier murders to the original Night Stalker to distinguish him.
Well, going all the way back, 1979, October 1st. Don't know why we keep going in and out, but
right.
We're in Goleta, which is a coastal town in Santa Barbara. DeAngelo, he breaks into a couple's home, ties them up, and starts muttering to himself,
"Oh, no.
I'll kill him. I'll kill him."
Uh-oh.
That's enough to send the couple into a panic. When he steps out of the room, they make a desperate break for it. The woman screams, alert neighbors, and DeAngelo realizes he lost control.
Right.
He boats, jumping on a bicycle to escape. A neighbor, who happens to be an FBI agent, hears the commotion and gets chased.
Who would have thunk? I wonder how many FBI agents are around and we don't know about.
This is the couple that survived,
right,
that we said earlier.
DeAngelo, he then ditches the bike and a knife. He vanished through the dark. That couple got very lucky. They survived. But DeAngelo's next victims, they wouldn't. Fast forward to December 30th, 1979. Still in Goleta. Dr. Robert Offerman, he's 44 years old. He's an orthopedic surgeon. Then you had Dr. Deborah Alexandra Manning. She's a 35-year-old clinical psychologist. They're found shot to death in the bedroom of Offerman's condo on Avenida Capiquina. That's where they were at. Manning had been raped. 2 of her rings were hidden between the mattress and bed frame. A grim detail that suggests DeAngelo's need to control and taunt.
Jeez. Well, Offerman's bindings were untied, hinting he'd lunge at the attacker before being killed. Neighbors, they heard gunshots but didn't act. I mean, it's California.
Right.
At the scene, investigators found paw prints from a large dog, sparking theories that DeAngelo might have brought one with him.
Oh.
He also ate leftover Christmas turkey from Offerman's fridge.
That's him.
Leaving scraps in the kitchen and broke into the vacant condo next door, stealing a bike later found abandoned nearby.
Oh, nice. Moving on. March 13th, 1980. DeAngelo strikes in Ventura. Charlene Smith, 33-year-old interior designer. Her husband, Lyman Smith, 43-year-old attorney, found dead in their home. Charlene raped, both bludgeoned, with a log from a woodpile outside. Lyman's 12-year-old son found them 3 days later when he came to mow the lawn. Oh, he lived with his mom. Had to be, right? Divorced.
All right, I guess. Maybe
He lived with his mom. Coming to mow his dad's grass once a week.
Maybe.
He walked in the house. The bedroom alarm clock still blaring.
Jeez.
Their wrists and ankles were bound
It's a dedicated alarm clock.
Right. I know mine is like after 3 times, like, yeah, I'm done.
We're done with you.
You're fucking fired, buddy. Their wrists and ankles were bound with drapery cord. Charlene's wrists had an unusual Chinese diamond knot, which is a signature tie also seen in DeAngelo's East Area rapist attacks. Here we go.
For a while, the detail led investigators to call the killer the Diamond Knot Killer.
Oh.
August 19th, 1980, in Dana Point's Naguel Shores gated community, 24-year-old Keith Eli Harrington, a fourth-year medical student at UC Irvine, and his 27-year-old wife, Patrice Briscoe Harrington. She's a pediatric nurse. They're found bludgeoned to death. They've been married just 3 months. Patrice, she was raped. Her face and skull so brutally crushed that the damage was almost unimaginable. Jeez, he must have saw his ex-girlfriend in there or something.
Man, fuck you. I guess after the first hit, you ain't feeling shit. But...
Probably.
Wow. Evidence showed the wrists and ankles bound, but no murder weapon or ligatures were found. Keith's brother, Bruce, later poured nearly $2 million into Sport in California, Proposition 69, which mandated DNA collection from felons, which was a move that would eventually help catch DeAngelo.
Look at that.
Oh, good for him, bud. 1981, killings continue. The 6th of February, 28-year-old Manuela Withhoon is raped and murdered in her Irvine home, while her husband David is hospitalized.
Oh, so he survived.
Wow, her body shows signs of being tied, but no ligatures or murder weapons are ever found.
As you would imagine, the aftermath devastates David. The killer keeps calling the house, tormenting him, and police and neighbors suspect him of the murder.
Oh, no.
He marries a co-worker later on, Rhonda, but the suspicion and grief drive him to alcoholism.
Oh, wow.
Their marriage ends after nearly a decade, and David died in 2008, only later cleared by DNA evidence after his death.
Wow.
July 27th, 1981, we go. In Goleta, 35-year-old Sherry Domingo and a 27-year-old Gregory Sanchez, they're killed in a house on Toltec Way, which is owned by a relative and up for sale at the time.
Oh, they're squatters.
Relative up for sale at the time. That ain't, sorry, worst time to have your house up for sale.
Right. DeAngelo, he slips in through her bathroom window. Sanchez may have recognized the killer's M.O. from the Offerman Manning murders and tried to fight back, but a gunshot ended it. He goes, "No, not me, motherfucker, huh?" No neighbors respond to the noise as usual. Sanchez's head is covered with clothes from the closet. And Domingo, she was raped and bludgeoned. She had bruises showing that she was tied, though the restraints are gone as usual.
He's taking them with him now, huh?
A piece of shipping twine lies near the bed. Mysterious fibers are scattered on her body.
Sprinkle some crack on her. Let's get out of here. Some speculate the killer worked as a painter or at the nearby Cal Real shopping center. The final confirmed attack comes years later, May 4th, 1986 in Irvine. 18-year-old Janelle Lisa Cruz, she's alone while her family is on vacation in Mexico. Damn. A realtor finds her body beaten beyond recognition, raped, with teeth in her hair and lungs.
Oh my gosh.
A pipe wrench reported missing by her stepfather is believed to be the murder weapon. How do you know your pipe wrench is missing?
Right. I had a pipe wrench.
Somewhere around here.
It was a family heirloom. My dad was a master plumber. The house was for sale. Another detail tying DeAngelo's crimes to properties in transition. After DeAngelo's arrest, investigators looked at other cases, like the 1974 Visalia rape and murder of Jennifer Armour, 1975 Exeter rape and murder of Donna Jo Richmond, 1978, Simi Valley murder of a woman and her son.
Oh.
DNA testing cleared him.
Who's that?
All right. Australian Popo, they also ruled out any link to the Mr. Cruel child rapist and murderer, despite DeAngelo's Navy service docking there.
Oh. Really? Child, though? What? You would think he would have continued doing that.
Right.
In December, it's December 1977, and Sacramento is gripped by the fear. The East Area Rapist is a shadow moving through the suburbs, and he's not just content with his crimes.
Sorry, guys, we're going back and forth here, but what are you going to do?
It's different eras.
Right.
He wants to make sure everyone knows he's in control. That's when a poem called Excitement's Crave shows up, sent to the Sacramento Bee, the mayor's office, and KVIE, a local TV station.
Wow.
It goes, all these mortals survive in birth upon facing maturity, take an inventory of their worth to prevailing society.
Oh.
Choosing values become... I'll bring the beer. Choosing values becomes a task. Oneself must seek satisfaction. The selected route will unmask character when plans take action. Accepting some work to perform and fixed pay, but promise for more, is a recognized social norm as a decorum seeking lore. Achieving while others lifting should be cause for deserving fame. Leisure tempts excitement seeking. What's right and expected seems tame.
Oh.
Jesse James has been seen by all, and Son of Sam has an author. Others now feel temptation's call. Sacramento should make an offer.
All right.
To make a movie of my life that will pay for my planned exile. Just now, I'd like to add the wife of a mafia lord to my file. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Your East Area Rapist and deserving pest. See you in the press or on TV.
So you're on TV or in the past.
Right.
That's what you should have done.
Rapist, TV. Come on, guy. You fucked up the last one.
Right. Jeez. Wow. All right. Cool. Good for him, right? During an investigation in Danville of the 42nd attack, investigators discovered 3 sheets of notebook paper near where a suspicious vehicle had reportedly been parked. They believe the pages were dropped accidentally, perhaps by falling out of a bag. The first sheet appears to be a homework essay on General George Armstrong Custer. We did a show on him. Second sheet contains a journal-style entry describing a teacher who made students write lines, which the author found humiliating.
It says, mad is the word that reminds me of 6th grade. I hated that year. I wish I had know what was going to be going on during my 6th grade year, the last and worst year of elementary school. Mad is the word that remains in my head about the dreadful year as a 6th grader. My madness was one that was caused by disappointments that hurt me very much.
Oh.
Disappointments from my teacher, such as field trips that were planned and then canceled.
Planned and canceled. He can't write.
My 6th grade teacher gave me a lot of disappointments, which made me very mad and made me built a state of hatred in my heart. No one ever let me down that hard before, and I never hated anyone as much as I did him.
Oh, wow.
Disappointment wasn't the only reason that made me mad in my 6th grade class. Another was getting in trouble at school, especially talking. That's what really bugged me, was writing sentences. Those awful sentences that my teacher made me write. Hours and hours I'd sit and write 50, 100, 150 sentences a day. At night, I write those dreadful paragraphs which embarrass me. And more important, it made me ashamed of myself, which in turn...
Important.
Yeah. Deep down inside made me realize that writing sentence wasn't fair. It wasn't fair to make me suffer like that. It just wasn't fair to make me sit and write with a W until my bones ached. Until my hand felt very horrid pain it ever had, and as I wrote, I got madder and madder until I cried. I cried because I was ashamed. I cried because I was disgusted. I cried because I was mad. Probably, right? Yeah, just look at a stupid person. They just write it how they think it sounds. That's what it probably should be, right? I cried for myself. Kid who kept on having to write those dang sentences. My angriness from 6th grade will scar my memory for life, and I will be ashamed for my 6th grade year forever.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Dude.
This
6th grade was rough.
This guy, 6th grade fucked him up.
Good Lord.
Damn. On the last sheet was a hand-drawn map, what appears to be a suburban neighborhood, with the word punishment scrawled across the reverse side. Investigators were unable to identify the area depicted in the map, although the artist clearly had knowledge of the architectural layout and the landscape. According to Detective Larry Poole, the map is a fantasy location, representing the rapist's desired striking ground.
Well, then there were some phone calls. First one, March 18th, 1977. It goes to The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office received 3 calls from a man claiming to be the East Area Rapist. None were recorded.
What?
You would think after the first one they would be. The first 2 calls received at 4:15 and 4:30 p.m. They were identical and ended with the caller laughing and hanging up.
Okay.
The other one was in December 2nd, 1977. A man claiming to be the rapist called the Sacramento Police Department saying, "You're never going to catch me, East Area Rapist, you dumb fuckers. I'm going to fuck again tonight. Be careful." That call was recorded and later released.
Oh, good for them, idiots.
December 10th, another one came in. Shortly before 10 p.m., Sacramento authorities received 2 identical calls saying, "I'm going to hit tonight, Watt Avenue." Both were recorded, and the caller was identified as the same person who placed the call December 2nd.
Uh-oh.
Law enforcement patrols were increased that night, and at 2:30 a.m., a masked man eluded officers after being seen bicycling the Watt Avenue Bridge.
That was him.
When spotted again at 4:30 a.m., he discarded the bike and fled on foot.
Oh, wow. Damn. Then you had 2nd of January, 1978. First known rape victim received a wrong number call asking for Ray. Call was recorded. The Popo suspect that it may have been the same caller who made a threatening call to her later that evening. That call was also recorded and identified by the victim as the voice of her assailant. The caller said, "I'm gonna kill you. Gonna kill you. Gonna kill you. Bitch, 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 fucking whore." Damn.
Gosh. On January 6th, a man claiming to be the East Area Rapist called the Contact Counseling Service and said, "I have a problem. I need help because I don't want to do this anymore." After a short conversation, the caller said, "I believe you are tracing this call," and he hung up. And then between 1982 and 91, there was more calls. In 82, a previous victim received a call at her place of work, which was Denny's,
Oh, shit.
during which the rapist threatened to rape her again.
Oh, no.
According to the Contra Costa County investigator Paul Holes, the rapist must have chanced to patronize the restaurant and recognize his victim there.
Ah.
In 91, a previous victim received a phone call from the perpetrator and spoke with him for 1 minute. She could hear a woman and children in the background, leading to speculation that he had a family.
Oh.
And the final call came April 6, 2001, one day after an article in the Sacramento Bee linked the original Night Stalker and the East Area Rapist together. A victim of the rapist received a call from him, and he asked, "Remember when we played?"
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. It's late 90s. Investigators are grappling with the string of brutal crimes across Cali.
Yes, they are.
Rapes in Sacramento and Costa County. Murders in Goleta, Ventura, and Orange County. For years, these cases seemed like separate nightmares. But some detectives, especially from Sacramento, they start to see patterns. The Goleta murders, those chilling crimes we covered earlier, well, they share an eerie similarity with the East Area Rapist M.O. The stealthy break-ins, the use of ligatures, the psychological terror. Oh, my.
And they're only 40 miles from Ventura, and that's where the Smiths were killed. Another 90 miles from Orange County, where the Harringtons, Withhoon, and Cruz lost their lives. Could they be linked? The big break, that comes in 2001. DNA technology still in its early days. That delivers a bombshell.
Uh-oh.
The rapes in Contra Costa County tied to the East Area Rapists. Guess what? They matched the DNA from the Smith, Harrington, Withhoon, and Cruz murders.
Oh, man.
It's the same guy. By God, it's the same guy.
Can you believe that? The one guy is too involved in his job. How did I not see this?
All right. That's staring at me in the face the whole time.
And then his partner catches him at the bar later and he's all fucked
It's
up.
not your fault, buddy. It's easily been missed.
These people died because I was so stupid to see the evidence right in front of me.
How did we know?
I'm turning my badge in the morning. Oh, wow. A decade later, 2011, DNA evidence it confirmed that Domingo Sanchez murders and Goleta are also connected.
Uh-oh.
The East Area Rapist and the original Night Stalker. They're not two separate monsters. They're one.
They're one and the same.
Soon dubbed the Golden State Killer.
The Golden State Killer. There we go, buddy.
Fast forward to June 15th, 2016. FBI steps in with a renewed push to catch this guy. They release new composite sketches, share more crime details, and offer $50,000 to anyone with info.
It's kind of crazy. He just didn't kill again, though.
Right.
They also set up a national database to streamline tips and support law. But the real game changer, it's still to come. And it hinges on a tool no one saw coming.
What?
Genetic genealogy.
Really?
December 2017, Detective Paul Holes and FBI lawyer Steve Kramer, they take a bold step. They upload the killer's DNA profile pulled from a Ventura County rape kit. And that's the GED Match, which is a public genealogy website where people share their DNA to find relatives.
Oh,
wow.
Really?
Hey, guys, don't use that website.
Right. Well, the site flags 10 to 20 people who share the same great-great-great-grandparents as the killer.
Oh.
From there, a team of 5 investigators working with genealogist Barbara Ray Venter, they build a massive family tree, 1,000 people strong, tracing back DeAngelo's great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
I don't think we need to go that far, guy.
Right. Over months, they narrow it down using age, sex, and location to eliminate suspects one by one. Oh, he's Italian. Eventually, only one name remains, and you guessed it, Joseph DeAngelo. To seal the deal, investigators go covert. They got his daddy.
April 18, 2018, they collected DNA sample from the door handle of DeAngelo's car without him knowing. Later, they grab another sample from a tissue in his curbside garbage can.
Oh, no. It's over.
Both of them match the DNA from the Golden State Killer's crimes.
Oh, no.
After decades, they finally got him.
Look at that.
But the story don't end there. DeAngelo's identification raises questions about ethics. Using GED Match, a site meant for finding family, not catching criminal.
Oh, does he have a case?
That sparks debate about privacy and the secondary use of personal data.
Ooh, I mean, this was Obama. He allowed it. Patriot Act or whatever it was. Wow, it's a gray area, and some argue it sets a risky precedent, even if it helped catch a monster.
Yeah, because what else could it be used for?
Right. Along the way, investigators chased other leads that didn't pan out. The great Brett Glaspie, a Galeta Loco, he was a suspect until his 1982 murder in Mexico, before Janelle Cruz's killing, ruling him out.
Yeah.
Paul Cornfed Schneider,
Oh, he's a big boy.
a high-ranking Aryan Brotherhood member. He was in Orange County during some of the murders, but 90s DNA,
Just because he was there.
but 90s DNA testing cleared him. Joe Alsip, business partner of Lyman Smith, was another suspect after his pastor claimed he confessed. Really? He was arraigned in 1982, but the charges were dropped. DNA cleared him in 1997. Gregory Gonzalez, who attended a drug rehab class with Janelle Cruz, was arrested after an informant said he confessed. But a DNA test in the following year confirmed his innocence. Like, did these people get so fucked up on drugs they think they killed him? I might have. I think I did.
Either that or if you've ever seen any of these confession things, cops will fucking sit you there for hours upon end before you
just be like, all right, whatever.
just whatever. Right.
Right.
Well, and here's where it comes to the climax. Evening April 24th, 2018. We're in a quiet Sacramento neighborhood. Sacramento County Sheriff's deputies move in on a house and arrest 72-year-old Joseph DeAngelo in his side yard.
Wow.
After decades of terrorizing California with rapes and murders, the Golden State Killer is finally in custody. He's charged with 8 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances. And soon after, on May 10th, Santa Barbara County adds 4 more murder counts to the rap sheet.
Wow. But is that like a really a win? I guess it is. Justice finally served, but the dude got to live out his whole life.
Right.
Cool. He's going to spend his last years in prison. He probably don't care.
He's still there.
Oh, yes.
He just got arrested.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. The weight of his crimes is starting to catch up. While alone in a police interrogation room, DeAngelo mutters something bizarre to himself.
Send you videos of that.
A cryptic confession about an inner personality named Jerry. He says, I didn't have the strength to push him out. He made me. He went with me. It was like in my head. He's part of me. I didn't want to do those things. I pushed Jerry out and had a happy life. I did all those things. I destroyed all their lives. So now I've got to pay the price. Damn, dude was a split personality.
And it's chilling, like he's trying to distance himself from the monster he became, blaming some inner demon.
Very possible.
Detectives, however, keep questioning him despite his request for an attorney. That's not good.
All right.
Banking on a legal loophole that the interview wouldn't be admissible in court anyways.
Oh, what?
It's a risky move, but they're desperate for answers. But here's the catch. DeAngelo can't be charged for the rapes or burglaries from the 70s because of statute of limitations. They expire, unlike murders.
Right.
You think they would have passed some sort of law for that.
Right.
Well, he's hit with the only ones that he could be hit with, which is 13 counts of first-degree murder plus 13 counts of kidnapping tied to his brutal crimes.
Oh, wow.
So I guess you could still do the crimes that are connected to the murders.
Right. Wow, 23rd of August.
Crazy to think you can rape people.
Right.
And burglary, whatever. But
Lay
rape
low-
people and
lay
lay
low
low for
7
20
years.
How long
I think
is
it's
it?
7 years is statute of limitations.
What's the statute? I don't even want to look this up. Of limitations for rape. Jeez, dude. I was eliminated.
Yeah.
Committed on or after January 17, though. So anything else, it's still.
Right.
And for older offenses where the time limit had not expired by that date. So how much was it, though?
1 year and 3 years.
For misdemeanors, it's 1 year. For a felony or a 3-year statute of limitation applies. That's it?
No child. So any type of child sexual stuff is no statute.
There was a statute of limitation on those, too, and they all got eliminated as of January 1st, 2024.
Oh, wow.
So anything after that date, that's crazy, dude.
Oh.
Let it be known, I'm leaving this in the podcast, so fucking, it's documented.
Right. Wow. 23rd of August, year is 2018. Oh, DeAngelo is arraigned in Sacramento. And by November, prosecutors from 6 counties estimate the costs could pay taxpayers $20 million and drag on for a decade. That's ridiculous. So dumb. This is no small trial. It's a reckoning for one of California's most notorious predators. By April 10th, 2019, the stakes get higher. Prosecutors announce they're seeking the death penalty. Judge allows cameras in the courtroom, ensuring the whole world will watch.
And DeAngelo, sensing the noose tightening, he offers a deal. Right. He offers a deal March 4th, 2020. He said, I'll plead guilty if the death penalty is off the table.
Oh, wow.
At the time, prosecutors don't bite, though. They're like, no, we want you dead. But June 29, 2020, plea bargain is struck to avoid a drawn-out trial.
Yeah,
And
save
the
money.
Victims and you don't want people reliving
Right.
that shit. DeAngelo pleads guilty to all 13 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances. Crimes committed during the burglary. Plus the 13 kidnapping counts. It's a moment of accountability, but it spares some execution. He'll just rot for the next 20 years.
Yeah. 21st of August, 2020. After days of gut-wrenching victim impact statements, DeAngelo faces sentencing. Survivors and families pour out their pain, and he offers a brief apology.
I've listened to all your statements, each one of them. And I'm truly sorry to everyone I've hurt. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bitch.
The judge hands down multiple consecutive life sentences without parole, ensuring that DeAngelo will never walk free. I mean, he's 72. By November 2020, he's transferred to North Kern State
Korean?
Prison. Right. And that was February 25th. And as of February 2025, he's in protective custody at California State Prison in Corcoran, locked away from the world that he terrorized for so long.
Sure is. Oh, all right. Well, that's that piece of shit.
Joseph DeAngelo, dirty cocksucker from California. Does it surprise you any?
Golden State Killer. Next week we'll be back for the finale of the Lucchese family, finally. And we're going to wrap it up with Henry Hill,
Oh, Hank Hill, huh?
which
Dare you what?
in that episode we're going to do a little... Oh, we've already covered it extensively in Jamie Burke's
Right.
thing. So we won't do it too much in his episode, but we'll have a little bit about it. Plus the Boston College point shaving thing, which was in Jimmy Burke's episode as well.
Right.
But, yeah. We'll be back for that. And I'll start a whole new round of Outlaws Gunslingers.
Ooh.
So, like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, and leave us a review. And we'll see you next week for more Outlaws Gunslingers.
Bang, bang, right?